some weeks after, when she came out of the deep coma, she came out and she no sweat. Some weeks after, when she came out of the deep coma, she told them that she dug her way out of the cemetery. And when she come out of the cemetery, you know, because she came out of the deep coma, right? So she dug her way out of the cemetery, and she started to walk like in those zombie movies that you see on TV. She started to walk like them. She started to walk like those zombie people that you see on TV now. It was because of the poison that the neighbor had given her. It damaged her brain cells, so that's how she started to walk like a zombie, right? But it's not that she died and she came out of the grave. It's because the poison that the neighbor had gave her put her into a deep coma. They buried her. They thought she was dead, so they buried her. When she came out of the deep coma, she dug her way out of the cemetery, and she started to walk like a zombie because by then the poison started to affect her brain. You understand? So the white man, he went and he actually found out. He got the facts. He got the information. People in Haiti was actually agreeing, yes, the woman did put something poisonous in her food, and they thought she had died. But it's not that she had died, she was just in a deep coma. So Obi and Voodoo do exist. When you get this book, The Serpent and The Rainbow by Wade Davis, it will explain everything to you. All you go get to understand how that Obi and Voodoo do exist. And as I was saying before, if Obi and Voodoo had exist, every public servant in Trinidad and Tobago would have get their back pay and the increase in salary. Because somebody would have worked some Obi and Voodoo on the Prime Minister, and 6 months ago, we would have get increase in salary and back pay. But it don't exist. That is why the public servants don't have to fight, march, and do all kind of nonsense to make the government get them the increase in salary or their back pay. You understand? All those things that are talking about liquor two and liquor two in Tobago with Obi and Voodoo. You understand? It's not Obi and Voodoo, all are just fooling ourselves. I mean, come on, man. You understand? Obi and Voodoo do exist. You understand? So all I get that book, that's The Serpent and the Rainbow by Wade Davis. You understand? There's people in life that is prey on people. You understand? And there's people in life that is prey on the weak-minded people. And the strong ones will always prey on the weak-minded people. And you know who's the weak-minded people? The ones who believe in Obi and Voodoo. And you know who's the strong-minded people? The ones who saying, I is a Obi man, I could help you. Or I is a Voodoo woman, I could help you. Them is the strong-minded people, because them making $100,000 a month because you scared of the dark. Or because you don't want your husband to get a next woman. So you go in by the Obi man to work some Obi and Voodoo on you. You understand? Gain them money. They're getting rich off of you because you're weak-minded. You understand? When the Bible says a man could have more than one wife. You understand? I not if your husband go and get a next wife. But because you're weak-minded, you go on by the Obi man and make him get rich. You understand? Because you're weak-minded. Obi and Voodoo do exist. If Obi and Voodoo had exist, then that same man would not have had a next woman right now. Who you went by the Obi man for? There's a lot of murderers, you understand, who died in the past, went by the same Obi man for them to bless them with some ring or some shoe or whatever it is. And once they have on the ring, nothing can touch them. Once they have on the chain, nothing can harm them. They can't dead because they have on a chain. And plenty murderers back then died. They go on by the Obi man and they still die. You understand? So Obi and Voodoo don't exist. It is just something made to frighten the weak-minded people. That's what Obi and Voodoo is. Something to frighten the weak-minded people. You understand? And as I was saying before, if you wake up next to your wife a day and you see red marks all over her body, don't let she tell her that Sukunia turn into a ball of fire and suck she. She is warning you. So no woman in wake up next to me and say some Sukunia suck she. And that's why she had red marks all over her skin. Carry she by the doctor. She could be sick. You don't know. It could be some skin condition she have. Maybe the doctor says she okay, she good. And then she was warning you. There's no Sukunia suck she. You understand? So let's stop be weak-minded. You understand? Because those the Obia man, Obia woman making $100,000 on all right now because of the weak-minded. You understand? I said it once and I go say it again. If Obia and Voodoo had exist about 6 months ago, Rowley would have given everybody the increase in salary and their back pay. But Obia and Voodoo does not exist. That is why all of the public servants have to fight and march and walk the streets because Obia and Voodoo don't exist. You understand? That is why most people still poor and suffering. Because if Obia and Voodoo had exist, all would have go by the Obia man to become millionaires. You understand? Some people say the Obia man and Obia woman does only do evilness. It wasn't meant to do good. All kind of nonsense they're saying just to justify that Obia and Voodoo exist. Do you understand? You feel if Obia and Voodoo had exist, those people in Sri Lanka would have had to march the streets to get rid of the president? And tell us saying Obia and Voodoo is only does do evilness on people? But then when I walk the Obia and Voodoo on the Sri Lankan president and prime minister, and he might have done dead or something, but it do exist. That's why they had to march and walk the streets and fight and protest because they want to get rid of him. Obia and Voodoo do exist, although don't take that game up. Don't take that chin up. You understand? So now I'm giving the Exodus 20 and 3.
Oh, no, God.
You understand? You all have to stop being so superstitious. You understand? I know all are scared of the dark. I know when all come home in the night, all are scared of the dark. You understand? I know that. I know when the lights goes out, everybody just get frightened, and you wanna look for a flashlight or put on your phone light because you're frightened, you're scared of the dark. I understand that. But that doesn't mean that Obia and Voodoo exists or some ghosts inside of the darkness that go jump in your body and possess you. Stop being superstitious. Paul talk about it. And because you superstitious, you feel like a ghost will come out of the dark and jump in your body and possess you. You understand? You go and buy a horseshoe from the Obia man to protect you from a ghost. You understand? You go and buy them dream chasers so when you're dreaming, nothing won't jump in your body and possess you. You go and buy beads and put the beads up on your wall. Or you go and walk in the house back to front to keep the evil spirits away. Those things do exist. And by you believing that the Obia man could save you from something evil, you're sinning against God. Do you understand? You are sinning against God. Give me the scripture as well.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. You understand? That is it?
Yeah. Read on to verse 4.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Right? Don't make nothing of the Lord. Don't make no rock and worship it. Don't look at the stars in the sky and worship it and say that okay, your powers. You understand? The Lord, He is the only power on the face of the earth. He is the only power on the face of the earth. The Lord. Not Obia and Voodoo or not some Obia man or Obia woman. Stop going by the Obia man, Obia woman. They're getting rich off of you being weak-minded. Stop being weak-minded because Paul had to fight people in the Bible for being weak-minded because they were so superstitious. Every single thing that they're scared of, you turn off the lights, they are scared of the dark. Paul had to fight the people in the Bible who are superstitious and believing in Obi and voodoo. You understand? There's no such thing as Obi and voodoo, man. You understand? Stop believing. Give me Isaiah 45 and 5.
Come on, go. The book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
You understand? There's no power besides the Most High. So if you feel a horseshoe could save you from an evil spirit, nah. If you feel a Obia man and a Obia woman could save you from an evil spirit, you're sinning against God. Because they believe that God can't save you. You feel the Obia man could save you. You understand? That's why we keep saying, get in the ISUPK. Only the ISUPK has the truth. There's no such thing as Obi and voodoo. There's no such thing as these ghosts that go jump inside your body and possess you. You understand? There's no such thing as that. Yeah, the demonic possession does exist. It does exist. But we call it different names today. And the names that we call it today, we don't even know that that is a demon. You understand? Facebook is a demon. You know the kind of things that you see on Facebook? That is a demon. You understand? The kind of things that a little child does see on Facebook that go manipulate their brain cells to do something or to act in a particular way or to become something in life. The things the child see, the kind of things people just put out on Facebook. You understand?
So, like, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, to add to it is just saying, Nick, you see, they're real heavy. Because not everybody with a voice is supposed to be able to speak. Right? And the people in them don't understand that these social media platforms is one of the ways that our oppressor, you understand? The oppressor, the colonial master, for those in the Caribbean, right? So we get the person clear, who is speaking about the Caucasian race, right? Because they are the people that are in charge of this. This is what they do to continue to ensure that poison and evil ways, as the brother now bringing out there, right? And these evil ways is what coming across to your children and what coming across to your nieces, your father, your mother, and all of them have them thinking, you know what I mean? This is acceptable. When all these ways is not acceptable, you understand, it's demonic in nature. All these things in them you follow is the wrong spirit. The Most High Spirit is the right spirit. To understand the right spirit, you have to come into the ISUPK. Understand? You have to sit down with the Bible and ask those type of questions. So now you could get to see the difference between what is to do and what is not to do. You understand? All the social media places having persons that, you understand, with evil thoughts, with evil spirits on them, bringing all these things in them. And that is what you must understand. So when you think that the radio announcer should have the ability to speak on a topic, he should not. He's not equipped, you understand? He's not capable, you understand, of really solving people's problems. And that is how you have to look at it with everything. Nobody just go and carry, you understand, the car to fix by the doubles man. They don't do that. You know, you're going to buy Barra, you're going for Barra and China, you understand? We call it pies. You don't go there. So why it is, you understand, with regards to everything else that's important to your life, which sad to say, which really and truly is the point, because apparently them things not important to their life. You're not watching at how your children going, where they're going, you understand, what it is they're thinking about, because you yourself ain't understand the importance of really developing the right mindset of what to do and what to say. Not everything that comes to your mind, that is good. You follow, now you have to get a filter. You must do that because you don't go in your workplace or you don't go in school and just blurt out everything. But showing you understand there's an importance for the time and place for everything. So you need to start to filter out what is being said to you and evaluate it. We're not taking the time to do it as a people. You understand? When the Lord telling you, look at the old part. You know, just like a good father, look at what his eye set down for you then. Right? Look at what his eye set up for you and then evaluate that now and put it against everything that you're hearing and see what you should be doing. You understand? The same topic with Obia, right? Again, if it was so, as the brother was saying, it was easy to take revenge. It was easy for the Haitians them to lick up all them colonial master them. Right? Because who the hell is this watch the train get raped and all that and you're warring with them? You're actually fighting with them. So why didn't you use Obia as a weapon? Because you're somebody lying. And that's what you need to see again. But if you take the time to evaluate what is being said to you and you come and ask the right questions, of course you'll get you understand, the proper response. So what is fake, you understand, what is true. All right? Yes, sir. Pass it back on to you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is just it. Obi and voodoo do exist. You understand? It does not exist. Because I am sure the hell that everybody going through. Everybody would have run by the Obi man and say, make me become a millionaire. And everybody would have been a millionaire in Trinidad and Tobago. So it does not exist. You understand? It doesn't exist. Or the ones who saying Obi and voodoo is only for evilness and not for goodness. Everybody would have run by the Obi man who the 1% paying with you hell.
Right.
You understand? The Chinese paying with you hell.
Right.
Everybody would have run by the Obi man and voodoo man to just destroy the 1% and destroy the Chinese. But it does not exist. That is why the 1% and them still exist, praying with you hell. The Chinese and East Indians still exist, praying with you hell. Because Obi and voodoo do exist. You understand? But demonic possession, yeah, it does exist. Your mother had a demon. That is why she cared about more about the man who she was having sex with rather than cared about you as a child. She had a demon on her. Your father had a demon on him too. That is why he sold everything in the house for drugs. He sold every single thing in the house for drugs because your father had a demon on him too. You understand? Drug addiction is a demon. You understand?
That's right.
We just say drug addiction every day, but we don't even know that is a demon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no ghost jump inside your body and possess you. You understand? Drug addiction is a demon. You understand? The only way to get rid of that demon, go through counseling, so you can come out of that drug addiction that you have, that is selling every single thing in the house. You might some parents does even sell the child to get drugs. That is a demon. You understand? Because why? The drugs own you. You understand? So drug addiction is a demon. You understand? A man wanted to have sex with a 4-year-old child. You understand? That is a demon. You understand? A woman prostituting her 8-month-old baby. That is a demon. It's not no ghost jump inside them and possess them. You understand? We call a demonic possession have different names today. We call it by different names. We just don't know it is. You understand? Gossip is a demon. You know when people gossiping what others do to our community? You gossiping about this one and that one. By the end of the gossip now, the marriage fall apart. Because the wife listening to the gossip, she break up she marriage. You understand? Gossip is a demon. You understand? So we just call it different names, but we don't know that is a demon. You understand? If somebody that sees my head making a 360 around my neck and I levitating in the air, then you is the one that has a demon in you. You have a demon in you. If you see in my head making a 360 around my neck and I levitating in the sky, you have a demon on you. Them people who just smoke weed and saying they seen a green man in the sky, that is a demon that they have on them because of the drugs. You understand? So the people who seeing my head making a 360 around my neck and I levitating in the sky, you know what it's called that? Paranoia. Paranoia is a demon. Schizophrenia is a demon. People who schizophrenic, that is a demon. Bipolar disorder, that's a demon. We call it different names today, but we don't know that is a demon. We feel a demon is a ghost who will jump inside your body and possess you. That is not no demon. You bipolar, that is a demon. You understand? You schizophrenic, that's a demon. You understand? You want to sell every single thing in your house to get drugs. That is a demon. Drug addiction is a demon. You understand? Anxiety disorder. Those things is demons. Post-traumatic stress syndrome. That's a demon. You understand? You going out of your mind because you're watching so much TV shows that you actually seeing somebody levitating in the sky. That is a demon. Like I personally know a sister who says she can't watch horror movies because she just get frightened. You understand? When she see the horror movie, she can't sleep in the night. You understand? Because she actually feel that what she's seeing on the TV will happen in reality. When she see the horror movies now, she actually feel it will happen in reality. That is a demon. You understand? So come on all. Obi and voodoo, those things, it do exist. You understand? Some ghost jumping in your body and to possess you because you know the place get dark. If the current go on here now and come back out, it's the same things that go be inside of here. Nothing won't change. You understand? And if something move, it's because somebody move it. You understand? So let's stop believing in Obi and voodoo. Don't let nobody take all a game up and frighten all you. And say some ghost could jump in your body and paralyze you. By all of believing a ghost could jump in somebody and possess them, that is why all believe that God had sexual intercourse with Mary to make Jesus Christ. When that is a damn lie. The Bible never said that. The Bible said Joseph had sex with Mary to make Jesus Christ. But because others so, where's the word? So
like I say for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
They brainwashed because
brainwashed.
That, you know what
You
I mean?
understand?
They've been fed into that you seeing something in the Bible. And you calling it, you understand, by this because somebody lied to tell you, somebody push a lie to let you know what I mean, that this mean that. When that is not what we're talking about. Like, a spirit is a vibe.
Right.
The Lord put his spirit on Mary, you understand? Same thing you do to Elizabeth. How come they never say Elizabeth, you understand, which is John the Baptist's mother, Mary's cousin, you understand, was an immaculate conception. It had a next instance to why when the spirit that the Lord come upon David. Why didn't say, you understand, David are homosexual and God sex David?
Right.
And that is not the case. Don't let people, you see, you're going out, but what you call this thing? Propaganda. Propaganda is a thing General Mahim, and big him up too, you know what I mean? Big up the General, right?
Yeah.
Propaganda is something that the oppressor, you understand, does know how to push through and help you, or not help you, but destroy your ability to see reason in a thought process or conversation, right? Propaganda is everybody saying this sky, you understand, is dark green. Everybody saying this sky dark green, moss green, you understand? You pushing it, then all of a sudden you believe that without seeing reason. Sometimes they say, you understand, be careful to follow the masses because sometimes they am silent. Right? Because that is your person himself. He will push that lie and push it with enough confidence to make you think that what you see in front of your face, which is true, is a lie. Don't fall for them tricks on them, you know what I mean? What you have to do is learn to trust the Lord. Learn to have courage. Learn to have boldness. Regardless of what happening, these things in them, that is what he say. You understand? He didn't give you the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and of a sound mind. A sound mind, you can't be easily shaken. A sound mind, you can't be bipolar. You can't be schizophrenic. You understand? You can't have paranoia. You understand? You might get paranoid about something, but that is a spirit trying to trouble you. You might get, you understand, a feeling about something. That is just you being young and not experienced. Not everybody does, well, you're the one big in the first place, right? So it's a lot of things in this society that you have to fight. Because you're talking to people here. I can't talk to people 1,000 years ago. There is no one you're talking to today. Talking to the people here that get all this propaganda pushed on them, you have to shake off that. And what you have to do now is evaluate what is true from what is lie. And let's stop running with everything because that is his job. His job is to kill, steal, and destroy. He destroying your way of thinking, your way of operation. You're falling and killing you too. Some people, they're dying by stress. You're stressing out yourself and you're dying, you know what I mean? Because of some propaganda, some lie. You know what I mean? And this man, he just strive on lies because what true about him? What true about what he doing on the earth is actually help people.
Yeah.
What are they investing in the ghetto and changing the ghetto with? What truth? You know about that? He's not on that. So understand something. Once you know that this man is an enemy, he's God's enemy too, you understand? And you begin to get the root cause or the root understanding of why things is the way it is today, Then they begin to shake off all the lies now and then start to wake back up to your culture, what the Lord give you, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man and woman. That's what we're talking to today. Right?
Yeah. So all that stop believing in that propaganda, as Officer Taz was saying. Stop believing that the Lord had sexual intercourse with Mary. That is a damn lie. Joseph had sex with Mary to make Jesus Christ.
That's right.
And by all believing that is why all believe in Obi and Voodoo. And believing that some ghost could jump inside you and possess you. So because of that, all scared of the dark. Well, let me tell you something. There's not some people that only weak-minded. But there are some people who is weak-minded and they're wounded in heart. You understand? And it is not that they're scared of the dark, but it's their memories is what us haunt them.
That's right.
So I have a grandmother that I love so much. She died and left a big mansion for me. I won't want to go inside the house because I feel why. If I go inside the house, I might literally see her rocking on the rocking chair that she does always be on every day. It's because I love my grandmother so much that I actually seeing she on the rocking chair rocking. So I don't want to go in the mansion that she left behind for me when she died. Somehow we have a 2-year-old child that does be making mischief, ponging the glass door every day. Ponging the glass door every day. The 2-year-old child died. But because you're weak-minded and you're wounded, because you love the 2-year-old child so much, you actually seeing your 2-year-old child ponging the glass door even though he died. But it's your memories of the child is what is haunting you. Not that the child is alive or some ghost there and the child there. Not that your grandmother alive and there's some ghost there on the rocking chair. It is your memories of them is what is haunting you. And that is why you need to get over. You need to get over of those memories that is haunting you. Get into the ISUPK. We can help you fight those demons.
Right.
We can make help you fight those demons. You understand? Just getting the ISUPK. We have good generals in here that counsel brothers and sisters. All come in. You understand? You ain't gonna get this counsel nowhere. You'll get counseling at the world outside of the UPK. But the Lord's counseling is in the ISUPK. You understand? The practical knowledge that we just teach you.
That's right.
You understand? Practical knowledge. You understand? You ain't going to get this kind of knowledge nowhere else. You understand? Give me Acts 17 and I'm 22.
Come on. Right.
You understand?
One time.
You all stop letting all the memories haunt all you. I understand that you love somebody so much that you cry and you feel in pain for them. Christ shed tears in the Bible when his cousin had died. When Christ's cousin died, he cried.
Right.
But there's a time that you had to get over that. You understand? There's a time that you had to get over that. You can't. If you continue being hurt over your loved one that died for a year, 2 years, 3 months, you will hurt the living. You're going to hurt the living. Because the person who you with, because you ain't move on from the person that died, you're going to end up paying them, the one that who there next year supporting you, you're going to pay them through hell. Understand? So you give me time as well.
The book of Acts chapter 17 and verse 22. Then Paul stood up on Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious.
So Paul now saying, you are too superstitious. Superstition is really based on somebody's fear. Now superstition is really based on somebody's fear. Because you fear something, you're superstitious. You say you hear they say larger bless come in the sky, you fear that. You believe in the larger bless, you're superstitious. You fear it now. You believe in the buck. A buck does be running up and down, some short midget man. You understand? You're fearful of the buck. You're superstitious because you believe that the buck has powers. You understand? The sukunya. You understand? The Obi and Voodoo. You believe in it. You understand? You're superstitious. You understand? Paul saying now, all are too superstitious. All stop believing in those damn things. Obi and Voodoo do exist. nobody who die go come back alive and jump in your body and possess you. No, come on, man. Those ghost things that all believe in, nah, don't believe in it. All too superstitious now. Stop believing in Obi and voodoo. It doesn't exist. You understand? I said once and I go say it again. If Obi and voodoo had exist, by 6 months ago, all public servants would have gotten their increase in salary and their back pay, because somebody would have worked out Obi and voodoo on the prime minister, and everybody would have get their back pay and their increase in salary 6 months ago. But we still here, public servants still fighting because it don't exist. That is why all I had to march the streets and beg the union leaders to stop playing politics. Imagine Roger fighting for the public servants and Anisette. And Roger and Anisette gone to the opposition leader to file a no confidence motion against the prime minister. They turned the public servants' increase in salary and back pay now into something political. How you go turn the public servants' money into something political? It is obviously that the prime minister go play hardball, because all of the union leaders turn it into something political. Ola was not supposed to do that. That is why Rowley could come on the media today and say, well, hey, if the union leaders keep saying, I don't want this percentage, I want this percent, I don't want that percent, I want this percent, he said it will just keep prolonging. And what he mean by that? If it prolong, nobody gonna get nothing. You understand? So the union leaders now turn people's money into something political so that the prime minister could play hardball. You understand? So shame on those union leaders and them, man. All are not supposed to, certain things all are not supposed to put political, because politics is just, how to say, politics is the art of deceiving people. Correct. And by you, the union leaders, turn the public servants' money into something political, then all you know have deceived the people in Trinidad and Tobago. Because politics is the art of deceiving people. Right. And if all of them turn money, the public servants' money into something political, then all are playing games. The union leaders playing games. They're deceiving people. Shame on Anisette, shame on Roger for turning the public servants' money into something political. How will I go by the opposition leader with the people and with no confidence motion against Rowley because he gained public servants 4% and 2%? Come on, man, nah. You understand? Shame on the union leaders and them in Trinidad and Tobago. They just turn everything into something political, and that is why the public servants can't get nothing. Because it is the law, by every 3 years, you're supposed to get increase in salary or back pay. By law. And what the union leaders doing? They ain't doing nothing about it. Why they didn't send Rowley to court? You understand? But they want to go to Kamla, the opposition leader now, to turn the public servants' money into some political. It's just hardball. Nobody going to get nothing because of the union leaders. They fail we. Our union leaders have failed this country. That is what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago right now. You understand? And again, if Obi and Voodoo had exist, we would have walked out Obi and Voodoo on them, and they would have never turned it into some political. But guess what? Obi and Voodoo do exist. So the public servants had to take that. They had to take it. Because Obi and Voodoo do not exist. Do you understand? We was reading that Tazo?
Acts 17 and verse 22. Read on to 23.
No. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly, right. I want to talk about the the REM cycle. Right? Mm-hmm. Now some people are say that they just feel something holding them down in the night. Right? Some people are say that they can't open their eyes. I myself experienced that. I was sleeping at night and I couldn't open my eyes. I was feeling like something was holding down my eyes. You understand? Mm-hmm. Some people just say that there is a demon or there is a ghost or whatever, right? But really and truly, there is something called sleep paralysis. There is sleep paralysis. That when they between sleep and wake, those things that's happen. You just feel like it's something heavy on your chest, pushing you down. You want to get up but you can't move. It's like you're paralyzed. You understand? No. Sleep paralysis is a terrifying condition, right? But it is also very common. You understand? When somebody fall asleep, your body does end up paralyzing itself when it falls asleep. You understand? Why your body does paralyze itself? So that your body won't damage itself when you having dreams at night. Because when you dreaming, let me say you dreaming use Superman. You dreaming you flying in the sky. You're jumping off a building. You go literally, your hands going up, raising up, and you go want to run and jump off a building. So when you're sleeping now, your brain does have to paralyze your body so you won't move. So when you're dreaming, you will only be moving in your dreams and not in reality. But when you're between sleep and wake, you understand? You could go and look this up in other times. Sleep paralysis. When you're between sleep and wake, it's like your body in catch itself. So you just feel something heavy on your chest. You just feel like your eyes moving, but you can't move your body. You understand? That is sleep paralysis. You understand? Like, when you're asleep, your body does emit a chemical, right? That is paralyzing when you're asleep, right? And the being of being conscious but not unable to move. So it's like you're conscious, but you can't move. You understand? So, I mean, you could go and look this up again too. Sleep paralysis is when a person is like falling asleep or not waking up. So that I say there was between sleep and wake, and they're feeling like a pressure on the chest, somebody choking them during the attack. You understand? But those things that just last like a few seconds or a few minutes. They says a lot of things that has caused that. Sleep paralysis. They say stress does cause that. Trauma, anxiety, depression. All those things does give you increased chances of sleep paralysis. You understand? When the person wakes up from the sleep and now wakes up, that is called the REM cycle. Right? So the REM is a stage of sleep where the brain is very active and dreams does occur. Right? The muscles in the body is turned off during the REM cycle. And that happens to stop you from, as I said before, from hurting yourself. Right? So only in your dream alone, you're running like Flash. But in reality, you're not running like Flash. Because in the REM cycle, your body does lock off the muscles. It does emit this chemical that has paralyzed your body. You understand? That way it is. Right? So you could go and look at up sleep paralysis. You understand? But Obi and Voodoo do exist. You understand? That's what you have anything to say?
Before they come, because that's something very important. That thing where you believe a demon holding you and choking you, that type of stuff. That is a serious medical condition that is a common thing. Right? And it's not, you understand, a demon. It's not that. You understand? A demon don't have the power to kill you. You understand? A demon have the power to tempt you. God don't tempt nobody. In the Bible, give you explanation of what a demon is do. You understand? A demon there to punish. But if you're given the temptation, you will get punished for it. Whether now, tomorrow, next 5 minutes, next 10 years, you'll get punished. Right? So understand exactly what it is. So you won't be punishing yourself and other people and telling them it's this and that the other. As you were saying earlier on, not everybody that have a mouth should just open their mouth and talk. Because when you make a mistake and now you're telling the person now, hey, I'm sorry, or you know, boy, there's a hard luck day. Hard luck day and they don't make 10,000 mistakes already because you can't keep it together. You can't just say, well, okay, let me be diligent about it. Everything is working so. I can't go and drive a car without a driver's license. I can't go and put the wrong ingredients in the food. I can't do this. But why it is you want to just open your mouth and say anything? These leaders in society today, understand, very responsible for the destruction of our people. But you're destruction right now. So you're gone. The Lord say, I fed up all this. All this nonsense had to be exposed, all of the child molestation, all the robbery, all the 29 million, all of that. For you to see that these fellas and them is as a time wasters, as scammers, You understand? And start molesters. That is who they really is. That is the inward true nature, true man. And what they just produce. You understand?
So all who saying all have ghosts and demon in the house, and because all watching all them TV shows and really and truly all are just scared. That is it. All are just basically all are scared. You understand? And the only way to get out of that fear is to fight. You have to say that this is my house and I am not leaving this house because of some ghost. You understand? Or because of some witch that I believe in the house. Right? That is on my back. You understand? Or if I fall asleep and I'm trying to open my eyes and my eyes can't open, you just fall back and sleep. Just go back and sleep. When your body catch yourself, you wake up normal. Yeah, but you had to fight because you gave up your body to fear. You understand?
So, okay, so if I may add it, because it's really important because we take time and two. Some people could run faster, and then some people, you know what I mean, some will need a little firelight on the backside. For real, right? But what go on is come and learn to fight. You know what I mean? Just come around, you understand, with the ISUPKs, watch online, you know what I mean, have a system, have mental counsel here. Right? Some people don't need all that. Some people just need to understand what is what, and they can move. Some people need a little more assistance. Come and be honest with yourself, and just be, you know what I mean, like, come and get yourself a chance, you understand, to move past ways, and start to grow, and start to function normal. Right now, everybody malfunctioning. Majority of society malfunctioning, by definition, because they was taught that. Under the suppressor, because he understands a crooked beast. The Lord say, I make you crooked, nobody can make you straight. I mean, that's when I give a quick plug into. You understand? The school number is 2905173. You understand? So you want to call in and you can leave a message wherever the case is on the social medias, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, the TikTok, wherever it is. Find me and look it up. You know what I mean? Then you want to plug into Command and Juliana. That is 9 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You follow? So you want to plug in and then you want to find what's going on with black people and how black people should think and how they should watch what's going on in the world today. You understand? Like the nuclear bombs that happen, and the nuclear warning, I should say, that they give to New York. Anytime they give a public service announcement like that, that is something you want to look out for. Right? So them things that means you want to see that closer to the time where the Lord go, you understand, go make all this nonsense crash. But he going to put it in them to fight each other because there's greedy bastards and you know what happen with greedy bastards. Every greedy dog just lose the bone. You understand? And the oppressor and them is the greedy bastards on the face of the planet. Alright, so we have to come out of our mindset because them running the earth and that's what they're teaching me. And we got to get under the right spirit. Come and learn what the right spirit is. Under the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and the Command and General. You understand? So tune in. Again, we have a short time again. If you want to call in, but let the officer finish, with the captain finish. This topic, you know what I mean, all listening well. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, everything. You don't know it is, right? Straight. One.
You understand? Because if it's not the superstition trying to bring fear on you, is the police trying to bring fear on you. Is your job trying to bring fear on you. Is your wife trying to bring fear on you. Every single thing trying to bring fear on you, black man. So you shouldn't be scared of Obi and Voodoo.
Right.
Because why? It do not exist.
That's right.
It is just a myth. It do exist at all.
100.
There's no way in the Bible that says Obi and Voodoo do exist. No way.
Right.
So who does be ever telling all of that? Tell that person there's a damn liar. Shalom.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohana will be on the street 91.9 FM every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native